In this pan is just some dyed water. There's nothing special here, just some blue dye so you can see the water. And Tom's got in his hand over here just a regular old paver that we got at the home center. Inch thick concrete, right? Just a regular concrete paver. And Tom, if you would drop that slowly into the pan of water, you're gonna notice that it's just barely on the bottom side touching. And look how quickly that water wicks up on this dry paver. It's crazy how quickly these sides got wet. So right here is the water line, and look at that water coming all the way up. So much so that, look, even the top of this paver, what is this, like 30 seconds later, Tom? Yeah. Is getting totally soaked. Now, I know your product is not intended, Tom, to be a water barrier, but how does this quick demo relate to the need for a vapor barrier?
Well, probably the biggest thing is if we see the porosity of concrete here, then you know vapor's getting through it as well. It's not vapor proof. Yeah. And it's not like products like ours, installed well, can't be a capillary break for the rising damp. Mm-hmm. Bulk water, hydrostatic pressure, a little bit different animal, different evaluation, different even solutions potentially. Yeah. But this is really getting into some of the things we'll talk about of the way vapor moves. It's also just proving that in the ground there's moisture. Yep. Whether it's a foot below the ground as the water table or 500 feet. Yeah. There's still moisture in the ground, and it's always moving in one direction.
Even in dry climates.
At least in vapor form, for sure.
Yeah, that's right. Now, Tom, I've got one more demo that takes a little bit longer to show, but if you'd be my Vanna White here and do this, here's what I've got. I've got Tom holding two demo pieces for us. This is a CMU brick, basically, just full concrete, solid concrete, and this is just your standard SPF, spruce, pine, fir, 2x4. Drop those into that water. And we're gonna see at the end of the demo, see if you can kind of get those to stand. You might put this one in first. See if you can get those to stand up as straight as possible. Maybe lean them against each other in a tent format. There you go. And we're gonna come back at the end of our time and see how quickly and how differently these two wick water. Because we all know as builders how much moisture wicks through that tree, up through the tree roots. But I'm curious to see if we can show, oh my gosh, I gotta show you on the camera, hang on. Even in this short couple seconds, you can already see that the 2x4 and the concrete are wicking. And again, look at that, totally soaked now. 100% wet all the way to the surface. So much so that I can even feel, you can see the moisture on my hand from that. That's crazy. I like that demo, it really shows it, Tom. All right, let's go back to the slideshow, shall we? Turn my camera off. Again, if you're watching this live and you've got a question for us, don't use the chat feature. We're not using chat. Everything you want to ask us is going to be on the Q&A tab. All right, Tom, walk us through some of the options and some of the things we're going to talk about today with Stego.
Yeah, I mean, we like to think that no matter what you got, if you've got a home with a crawl space or basement or slab on grade, no matter what the size is, we've got a solution, or even the soil threat for that matter. Again, a lot of what we've carved out 30 years doing is water vapor protection. A lot of people know Stego from our yellow Stego wrap. Yep. Commercial vapor barrier that's been used for a long time. But like you said at the beginning, we think we've got, you know, an option that fits any situation.
Yeah, for sure.
Including Stego Crawl, which is what you see in the top left picture there.
That's that white one right there.
Yeah, aesthetically nice in crawl spaces, comes in different sizes and thicknesses, depending on performance and budget needs, and just ease of installation. The bottom left is a green Stego Home. We'll talk more about that. But
it's like an ICF foundation, and that's going over top of the maybe the insulation layer before that basement slab gets poured.
Exactly, in that photo there. And then we've got some unique systems as well. Pango is our 2-in-1 moisture vapor and termite barrier. Mm-hmm. And we're also showing a system called Drago, which is a pretty robust material, but it's designed for contaminated sites, VOC situations.
So if you've got a brownfield site, like I mentioned earlier, that's your barrier from that coming up through the...
that's your vapor intrusion barrier.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Different animal, yeah.
That's when you need something a little more robust, right?
Typically, yeah.
Well, all these different foundation types and different barriers, it's not just the selection of the barrier also. So we get into the detailing later on as we look at different accessories that are needed.
Which I think really sets you guys apart from the rest of the competition. Your accessories are bomber.